everyone, and I hope that you're well.
Assalamu alaikum. I hope you're well as well. So today's video is about Ramadan, which will be starting very soon. So Ramadan in 2021 would be sometime in the second week of April. Tentatively, I think on the 12th of April, but it is dependent on moon sighting. So we'll share the exact date later. But this video is dedicated to share with you what's coming in the month of Ramadan.
Yeah, so we thought that we would like to share our Ramadan with you this year. So we are going to try our best to show a little bit about what we get up to each day and during that month, just to kind of share our story really. But we thought we'd put this together now because we have decided we're going to do some preparation for Ramadan, and we thought we'd put the video together so that you could maybe benefit from it as well, and you can kind of see we're going to share as much as we can. So take a tiny little break from maybe doing so many cooking recipes, and we'll just focus on sharing the food that we're preparing each day and how our day looks, and we've got a few things that we thought we'd share and maybe are useful to you. Yeah.
There'll be lots of cooking happening during Ramadan. We might not be sharing it as recipes, but more as our story.
Yeah.
So that we're able to show you what the Ramadan food and preparation is all about. There is lots of stuff in Ramadan which we like preparing in batches before Ramadan starts. So we'll show you all of that.
Yeah, absolutely.
There'll be a big shop which is going to happen very soon, just before Ramadan. So we'll share with you what we've got in our cupboard, what we've bought, and there'll be lots of things going on, but we would like to document it and share with you all of that experience.
Exactly. So I've written down a few things that we have discussed that we would like to do to sort of make it get into the sort of festivities and just to prepare ourselves for it. So we thought we would go through the list with you as well and sort of share what's coming. So let's talk a little bit about what the day and night looks like just to begin with, and how it kind of works, just for anyone who's unsure.
So Ramadan is a month where we fast for the whole month, and there is Sahri and then there is Iftari. So Sahri time is when we eat. It's early in the morning before the sun is out. I will share the time with you. I'm sure you'll get to know much more. So before Sahri time ends, we eat, we prepare food, we eat, and we keep our fast. Then for the next whole day until it's Iftari time, which is the time to break fast, we don't eat or drink anything. It's a time of fasting, it's a time of praying, it's a time to do some reflection, and there's so much you can do during that time, as long as you're not sleeping. Sometimes, if it gets too hard, people would like to kill time by sleeping as well.
Definitely.
But we would like to share all of that with you. So it's a very different hours in Ramadan that are for the day. And in Pakistan, the office timings, the school timings, everything changes during this whole month of Ramadan. So I remember my office in Pakistan would start at 8 o'clock in the morning and finish at 2 p.m. So it's a short day of work, just by 2 hours, not much, but it starts a little early, finishes a little early as well, so that you're able to get back home and prepare for the iftar time.
It's nice. Okay, so that kind of gives you a little bit more of an understanding of what to expect during Ramadan. So to help us prepare everything and make it easy, so obviously you don't have so much energy and you want to dedicate your time to prayer and things during the day, we thought we'd write the list down. So number one on my list is to do a big food shop.
Yeah, a big food shop is quite essential because you don't want to run to a shop for most things during Ramadan. We use lots of fruit, so that we need to
Yeah.
get some essentials from the shop on probably daily basis. Things like milk, things like fruits. Yes, you can just buy those from a corner fruit shop or something, but most of the things which are used for batch making and food preparation, like if someone really likes rice or someone really would like to make aloo tikkis or samosas, that can be arranged in batches, frozen. We'll show you how we do all of that, and that makes the whole experience more enjoyable, I would say. You prepare a few things fresh daily for iftari, for sehri, and then you have some items which you freeze, and it's easy to just fry them or put them in the oven on the day whenever you wish to have it. So we'll show you all the process of how we prepare for
Yeah.
Al Ramazan.
But things that we probably will buy, we'll probably show you the shop that we will do in a separate video so that you get some ideas. But it's things sort of like making sure we have enough flour for bread, enough rice, just sort of these things that you can store away. It doesn't matter if it doesn't all get used during that month, it will last. So these are the kind of core things that we'll probably go and buy. Make sure we've got enough spices, things like that, and then we'll
Yeah.
top up throughout the week, however else we need. So we talked about a little bit, touched on the bulk cooking, but that's the kind of idea. So when we're gonna go for our shop, come back and cook up some things that we would like to have sort of during breaking the fast and things like that, just to make it a little bit easier, but we will again show you all of that. Okay, so let's move on to cleaning of the house.
So our house generally is very clean, but I think just as a ritual before Ramadan, we love deep cleaning
Yeah.
it all.
It's about, I think, for me, like sorting through things that are just taking up so much space. You just kind of want to go through a bit of a detox with things. Just get rid of anything you don't use. It's about, it's a time of just kind of starting afresh.
We did take lots of stuff last year before Ramadan for charity,
Yeah,
so that was a good
anything
thing to
that
do.
maybe you don't use, it's just wasting space. It's really good to do some charity during this time. So just going through things like even if you don't have a lot of money to spare, it's good to just things you just don't use anymore, things that are just sitting around and that could go to good use to someone else is a really nice thing to do. So yeah, we definitely like to just make sure everything's deep cleaned,
Clear out and deep clean.
clear
Yeah.
out, things like that, and it makes sort of it a little bit more that ritual again. It's just about preparing for it.
Mm.
So something that we already have, but I think is quite a nice thing to do, is creating a corner or creating a space and creating a room if you have one available for praying.
Yeah, I think we are quite lucky in the sense that we have lots of rooms, and our study room, we have combined study and a prayer room, two in one. So one side of our study is a prayer room, and the other side is study. And I think it just if you have a corner dedicated or a room dedicated as a prayer room, it's a very nice place to relax, to pray, and I think if personally I find it very peaceful to do that. So it's in my opinion good for our well-being, good for our peace to have a corner where we can just connect with ourselves, connect with our beliefs, connect with whatever we want to connect with, and I think it's very
nice to not have any distractions in there. Don't have a TV in there. Don't have these things that, so you just go in there and you can just kind of disconnect from everything else, and it's like a space that you can do that, which I think is really important. And especially here in England at the moment, we're in a lockdown, so it's not going to be easy to go and pray in a mosque at the moment and things like that. So to have a space here, just in your home, that's maybe a bit quieter from the busy household, I think is something quite nice.
One of the memories from last year, I think I must share this with you. We set up azan times. Azan is a call for prayer, and just before iftari, the azan would sound, and that is the time when is for you to open your fast, and as soon as you've opened your fast, you pray before you continue eating. So it's very nice if you have a corner and you set up call for prayer or azan. It gives a very, very peaceful feeling and creates a very nice environment, at least for us in our home.
Yeah, and particularly obviously because in this country you don't hear these azans,
Yeah.
so it's nice to maybe at least during this time to have it yourself, because it just kind of reminds you that everybody else has done this day, whoever's celebrating and fasting, and it's this time that you just think of everyone who's just enjoying that moment. At least that's what comes to my mind, of you've worked so hard all day, and it's time to relax and it's time to pray, and it's just a nice time. I really enjoy that moment. Okay, so I suppose another preparation room or space is for wuzu, and just making sure that we have everything we're going to need for that.
Yeah, we do try to, it's not very different from everyday routine that we have, but at least we go through an effort, and we just make sure that all the towels in the house are washed and clean, and we have the space where we perform wuzu, whether it's in your bathroom, in your shower room, wherever you want to perform it. Wuzu, just for people who don't know what wuzu is, wuzu is just cleaning yourself without having a shower and a bath. We do have a shower or a bath on daily basis, but other than that, 5 times in a day before we say our prayers, we clean our wrists, arms, hands, wash our face and wash our feet. So it's a very good cleaning practice, which I think is very healthy anyways. So it's not only in Ramadan, it's 5 times a day, every day throughout the year, because we pray 5 times a day. But we try to be more organized when it's Ramadan.
It's just nice to have these things, like, just create that kind of atmosphere in your home. So it's like, get a little basket or something, get, some soap out, or things that you just might, just some new little things just to kind of sort of bring in the celebration. Have your towels nicely ready, maybe some hand towels.
Just maybe fresh towels, fresh clothes. It's always a nice.
It's just a nice thing to do. At least just wash the ones you have and just fold them nicely, and it just kind of, it's just about getting excited for it, really. But I think maybe we'll show you a little bit about that as well, just for anyone who's interested. And then I guess linking onto that is cleaning of clothes. So obviously there'll be a period of time in the day where we're going to be preparing food, and you just kind of smell of food, and obviously you want to have a shower maybe just before you break your fast and clean yourself. So we'll have a set of clothes ready for praying and just having in the evening. And I think just these kind of things, just general cleaning, so like bed linen, things like that, just to make you feel nice and refreshed. And the other one, I suppose, is it's entirely up to you, but a really good one if you've got children and trying to maybe teaching them a little bit more about this time, is sort of to maybe make some decorations, have some incense, maybe let them pick what smells they like, or candles.
Incense is quite nice, at least for us, because we have memories of incense in the house during such times, so it just brings back those memories, and that's the significance we have for incense. It's a nice smell. So We love using incense in our house.
Yeah, we do use it quite a lot, but it's just sort of like when you get to that time, maybe an hour before or that sort of a little bit before, you just create that nice smell in the house. You feel fresh. So like lighting a few candles or incense and just maybe like I was saying, a few decorations. Maybe just it's just something sort of fun. And
Yeah, children, they get really fascinated by these small things, and they just it just makes it more enjoyable for them and be part of the festivities if you can display some nice.
it's just I think it's lovely. I think it just reminds you every day of this special time, and just again it's just creating this atmosphere in your home of just, I mean that's all it is really, I suppose, just to make it lovely and just make it an experience and kind of just mark the occasion. So that's what I've got written down here as well. And I have got charity down because it's an important time to do some charity and at least think of others. And it's up, it's not about.
Yeah, the idea behind I think is there is strong emphasis in our religion for looking after your neighbors, and what that means is that if you are doing fasting or when it's not Ramadan, having a nice meal, just be aware that your neighbors are able to put the food down on the table as well. And it's more of a responsibility for all of us to make sure that our neighbors are all right. I think in the West here, it's not something which is very common, and to be in all fairness, we don't know if our neighbors have eaten or not because it's not a norm in this country. But what we do is during this time just to be better humans, and it's good for us more than it's good for anyone else because it brings us some happiness and makes us feel content, and it's a good thing to do. I remember we used to go around the town centre in Cambridge, and if we see anyone who needs food, we would try to provide some food. If not, we'll help with some money. I'm not too sure how we're going to go about it, but we'll try to do something. We'll share it with you.
I think we'll try to do something. I mean, it's entirely up to you. People have different amounts to give, and it's not something. It's personal. That's what it is. You give what you can. That's it. But it's just things like I was saying. Things you just maybe don't use anymore, or if you've got food that you've just made way too much of, you're never going to eat. Don't just throw it away. Just go and knock on someone's door, and it's just that small little token, and it's particularly now during this time where everybody's just isolated from each other. It's just that gesture, and like you're saying, it's probably more for us than for anybody else, but I think it's just a kind thing to do and something to definitely remember during this time. So we'll try and think of some ways to do it. Obviously it's a little bit different now with lockdowns and things, but we'll try and think of some really nice ways to do that. So I think that's all of my stuff on my list at the moment. We may well come up with some more ideas which we'll share with you, but we just wanted to let you know that that's what we're going to be hopefully sharing with you. Our preparation, we'll go through all these things together so that you can join us and we can celebrate together.
So what to expect once Ramadan starts is more of stories and vlogs. And we'll show you exactly what Ramadan is for us so that you can have an idea, and we'll try to give you as much information as we can. And if you still have any questions or would like to know anything more, you're more than welcome to ask us in the comments. And
absolutely.
And before Ramadan starts, I think all the preparation videos, we'll try to share that with you as well.
We'll try and do that soon so that you can have time to prepare yourself with any.
It's just a couple of weeks left to be honest.
Exactly.
It's not much time.
It's coming up.
In 2 weeks time, 2-3 weeks time, will be in Ramadan. And Ramadan goes very, very fast, and before you know, it's 1 month. you enter in the last 10 days, and that's when the festivities of Ramzan are combined with the festivities and preparation for the Eid celebration.
Yeah.
So it's very interesting. I think you're really going to enjoy it.
Yeah.
And
We can't wait to share this with you. I'm really
Yeah.
excited, and
yeah.
yeah, it'd be really great.
So we hope you enjoyed today's video, and we wanted to share with you what's coming in the next month or so. And we'll be back again very soon with a new video, possibly of something to do with Ramadan. We did want to do a couple of recipe videos before that starts,
Yeah.
so we'll be bringing you that
A
as
mixture
well.
until Ramadan
Yeah.
comes.
So if you like this video, please give us a thumbs up. For those of you who have not subscribed, please subscribe to our YouTube channel and keep watching, and we'll be back very soon. It's a bye from both of us for now.
Bye.